Hello everyone! Welcome to another art stream. I'll be doing just some work on some art from last week. Hold on, oops. What? Cancel. Sorry. Just looking for the other thing I was doing. Maybe this in April I'll work on the animatic a little bit too, because I'm getting very close to finishing up the model, so. Just trying to find the dragon I was working on last week. Yeah, it turns out that from all I can tell, I think the VPN was set too strict and it was causing issues. But I think here we go. Yeah, I was gonna try and finish this one up, clean this one up. Yeah, let's do that first, and then we'll do other stuff. Like, spend the rest of we'll do a little bit of work on this until we get to a certain point, and then we'll just call it. Sorry, one sec. Drink. Okay. Hope everyone's having a nice week, and yeah. It's nice having the weather finally changed for the better. Now it's just rainy out, so fingers crossed for the hopefully that's the worst we deal. Although we've had some pretty crazy lightning storm, like a couple lately. I was really surprised when I went home yesterday and just I forgot what. I think I was just working on some art, and I look over to my blinds, and I kept seeing flashes of light, and I was just like, "Yeesh, this is really coming down." So I hear that Project Hail Mary is doing pretty good in theaters. I might have to, I don't know. Maybe I'll try and go see it, or maybe I'll wait for it to be a rental. Either way, it sounds pretty cool. I mean, I remember right back in when those books first started showing up, I never read it, but it always caught my eye. It had a really cool. The artist that did the book cover had a really cool style, very painterly, like cool, like spaceship design. Always intrigues me. I don't know, I might actually, maybe I'll get the audiobook. And Freerun's gotten really good. It's always good, but like the animation and the combat is just always so impressive. I love how it can really just, it knows exactly how to bounce between comical and serious. Like, understands that some levity is good for like just making the moments where things do get serious more serious. And like the background characters even are really interesting. I can't think of many times I've been this like interested in like just random like will seem like nobodies in any other story. In this are really intriguing. Like all the mages so far in the story, well, even just like townspeople they run into, you really feel like they have their own life. And that's the sign of a good writer, when you can really get that feeling from anyone. And that's what made me like Name of the Wind so much back in the day when I read that. Because like so many of the side characters in that were really interesting. And I would have loved just the book on oh gosh, I'm blanking on her name right now. But there was a young girl that lived in like was this homeless girl that just like lived in the like abandoned royal. She would like hide in the buildings and like she was very quiet, and it took the main character, a while to gain her trust, and but she was so cool when you find out about everything about her, and even about just all about her. I think it did go a good deal into her past and what caused it, but still, it's just a really cool character. Oh, and I hear that Crimson Desert's doing really good, which I'm sure I'll get. But I know some people are like that I talk to, because it's like it seems like either I'm talking to people who hate these kind of games or they love them. And honestly, like thankfully I've finally found some people to talk to where they kind of have more like just realistic expectations of these, or just like, and of their own budgets, where they're like, much like me, and they're like, it looks awesome, I'm just gonna wait for it to go on sale. And I'm sure that they're gonna get another boom whenever they do choose to put the game on sale, because people like me will be waiting. And I'm, like, they might do one in the summer, maybe. Excuse me. They might do a sale in the summer, maybe. But I hear it's being compared a lot to like Red Dead, with how vast it is, and that really excites me, because like the only thing in that, because like a fantasy like that is exactly what I've been looking for, since like we haven't gotten another Elder Scrolls in a long time, and it probably won't be until like 2028 before we see the next one of those, because I mean, part of me is glad though, because maybe it means that they're really going to put their time into it. But in the meantime, it'd be nice having some side some games that have just a different company behind them, that it, because I mean, Todd Howard is kind of, I don't know, I don't like this. We'll see what he does with this the next one, but got a bit to prove, it seems. So, hopefully, I've also been looking up ideas for April on if I want to do an art challenge. But like I said, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll, because I didn't get very much. Well, that whole losing a week to the stupid router, not router, I mean the VPN being overactive, and the internet just being kind of iffy on top of that, definitely hurt last month. But it looks like there's another like fairy-based one called it's called Fatebril. I might do that one, because it's pretty simple. So maybe but I think I'm gonna do a lot more figure drawing and stuff too, because I really want to get back to that part of the channel too, so I can help people see how to do certain things, and also improve myself. Okay. Yeah, because that's what happened last time. It crashed, and I think it only saved one of my streams, because I couldn't find maybe I just didn't look hard enough, but I only saw one of them. So I think it only kept the shorter of the two. But either way, it doesn't matter. Oh, I did find a VTuber who does workouts, so I'm gonna be using that this coming month too, I think. do some Draw This in Your Styles this month, because that might be fun. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Sorry, I'm just looking over the list really quick while I talk. And maybe I can look into more of the art channels and the other art channels I follow and see if they have any like art challenges for this month that maybe I can join in as well, because I would like to try and get into collaborations by the summer. It's just a shame because that used to be a lot easier. Back when I was on when I was streaming on Instagram, it was so easy to do excuse me. It was so easy to do like collaborations with other people. Like I would just have chatters that would just hop on and just draw with me for a little bit, and I kind of missed that. What was that one platformer? There is a yeah. It's so strange that they changed the rules, because I don't understand why they want them to boost their numbers. So that's why they made it so only the people with lots of subscribers can use the streaming service. Just stinks, because then artists get hurt because they definitely don't have those numbers. It's more for like influencers, because it's like over 1,000. I only knew of like certain artists that even were close to that. And honestly, I doubt they were even, after they hit 1,000, I doubt they're using Instagram for streaming anymore. So it's kind of a strange thing to do. Like, guys, they don't care anymore. They're probably on Twitch or on YouTube. If they have 1,000, get more people over here. Not everyone has an Instagram. A lot of people have Google. You see me, sniffles. But I'm thinking about trying to do just to push myself to do more health stuff. I might have a redeem on even. I'm not sure how I would do it on here. I'll try and think of a way. But on at least on Instagram, I mean on my other streams, I can make a redeem for like doing the quick workouts. Might be fun. I've seen some people do that where like they have like do 20 squats or something like that. and it leads to hilarity where people keep firing it left and right. Like I'd have to put a timer on it to be at the beginning because I don't want. Honestly, I doubt people would use it that much, so probably not with my crew. But I have been losing some weight, so I'm trying to improve my health some more as well. This is like a mushroom dragon. So I have these different types of fungus and mushrooms on it. Kind of inspired by there's a dragon in Final Fantasy X. I mean, 12. I'm sorry. That you fight and it's like covered in moss. And I kind of thought of that when I was working on this. So I thought of like an old tattered dragon, kind of like also inspired by what was it? Ancient Magus Bride, where there was the older dragons that were turning into trees. So I have this that's turning kind of into like a piece of the swamp almost. Like it's slowly just degrading into just the environment that sustained it. Kind of like giving itself back to the area that gave it food near the end of its life. I'll have to go back and watch that show again. It's a shame that, I mean, the last season was really good. I was surprised. Only surprised because it was going into doing, it was going from a, like, very, like, isolated, like, living in the mountains with, like, a village nearby kind of vibes to, like, the next season was like, and now she's at school, and it's like, wait, what? But it was really good, really cool fan lore, and like they added in some new cool fantasy creatures, like the Kate Shi, which are pretty cool. The minute I saw the cats talking, I'm like, these aren't like the ones from before. These ones are different. And then you see them when they get angry, and you're like, aha, yes, I was right. It's like, they are powerful. Don't make them mad, or you'll suffer. I almost did like a cordyceps thing with this dragon, but I think it's kind of cooler to make it so that it's turning into the swamp. Like it's lived thousands of years and now it's turning back into the land. So it's not dark, more just like part of its life cycle. So maybe we might get like standing in water. I'll have to start. Have to show some of the art when I get further along. I've been working with my my Wacom moving, and I've been really liking it a lot. I'm gonna use it to try and make some thumbnails for future drawings. I was hoping to get one done by for tonight, but then I realized that was silly and I was never going to get finished in time. But it was a good try. Yeah, I was racking my brain trying to figure out like a new drawing to do tonight, and then I was like, I'd much rather draw for you and have fun, because I don't like the ones where when I'm trying to figure things out on the go, because it just, you can tell I'm not having fun, and I don't want that. Because I want us to all have fun while drawing. If anyone wants to share things in the comments on like projects you're going to be working on, or just exciting news, obviously don't give away anything, but too personal. But anything you want to share, it'd be fun to hear about it in the comments. Yeah, it was weird last week having so few drawing sessions. They gave me a chance to kind of take a little breather, which was kind of nice, but I did miss talking with, especially 'cause it was just a shame when it happened, because several people had come back to my channel and I was really having a fun time talking to everyone. And then it, of course, chooses then to just fail on me, which is a shame. But I mean, At least I was able to get the information out of what was happening, because I would have felt even worse if people didn't know that was why the stream the stream was having issues. Let's take a little bit of a break for 1 second. I'm having fun, but I want to just do a little bit of some figure drawing. So let's just do a few poses and then we'll come back to this. Okay? This is a funny pose. I want to put Richard in this. This will be fun. It's like a guy doing like a hang 10 kind of pose. He's also like got an athletic body like Richard, so I think this would be a fun thing to do. Wicked gnarly, dude. See how like the muscle, the stretch in the muscle goes from the matches the shoulders muscle, like how it this goes this way and this goes this way for the pectorals. So just a good thing to know. I know some people like to draw more in the pretty boy anime style, which is fine, but I think it's important even with that to know how muscles work, because then you can make your villain look like this. Because I always think that would be kind of cool, where it's like, I've seen that in a few anime where it's like the main character is just like typical, but then like the villain, it takes me back to like Yu Yu Hakusho, where like that one villain who he was just ripped. He looked like an evil Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of like look to him, where he's like he was like the Terminator unit, but just like a dark spirit version of that. It was that tournament arc. I forgot what it's called. It's been so long since I watched that show. But I should go back and watch it now that I got Tubi, because it's on there. But oops, I got the arm wrong here because of the posing. Even it's, that's why, because I didn't do the neck right. So but Tubi's pretty nice. I get to watch a lot of. I was gonna watch that, and I want to rewatch a lot of Gargoyles, because like I really like those characters. Which is funny because I'm not a Star Trek fan, so it's not like I like the actors, the voice actors, because of what they've done in the past, whereas some people would probably go to it for that. I just never really had that, because my friend was the one that was really into Star Trek. I didn't dislike it, but I just never really got into it. The problem is I'm putting so much work into the body, the head, and I haven't even finished the whole body. I should get the pose down. I think I'm gonna, it'd be fun to make this the photo that Grace has of Richard. Is him posed like this. He's like, I miss him so much. And it's just like a going away gift. I am excited that this month a couple of shows I really like are coming back. Like Ascension of a Bookworm is really good. And yeah. Just a wholesome, like, well, dark at times, but like not in a not overbearingly, because it does have more of a like bigger theme that's more like slice of life, but with like some moments that are very extreme mixed in. Yeah, you need some fuzz on his chest. There. Just kidding. He doesn't have a second mustache. That would be crazy. Like, so much, it just turns into another one. I'm glad I took a break just to have some fun and do some of this, because I hope this is enjoyable for you as well. But I'm going to change this pose a little bit. I'm going to make him kind of doing a muscle man kind of pose. Like Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. Incredible muscles. Amazing form, incredible muscles. And then, like him and that alchemist's husband. I love that scene where they're both just like doing the Terry Crews like pack dance thing, and they just like so funny. I'll have to rewatch that show. It's been a while since I've watched Full Metal Alchemist. Problem is, I'm just in the middle of so many shows. Like I'm finishing up. Maybe when I don't know. I could always watch it while I'm drawing though, so maybe I'll do it then. Because certain shows it's impossible. Like for a while I was rewatching Freerun, but maybe I'll rewatch that now. Because that's probably one of my most rewatched shows. It has to be Full Metal. I've lost count of how many times I've rewatched that show. But probably because I just really like Scar is such an interesting character arc. Like it's outside of a like, I mean, especially for an anime, it's pretty rare to see a character like that where they really get a chance to just change throughout the story and just. It is funny listening to some people who have like, I don't know if they're trying to pretend to be like sassy for fun, but I was listening to someone recently talk about how they just are against dubs, and I'm just like, okay, live your own life, do what you want to do, but I don't quite understand that because excuse me, sorry, I didn't mean to cough that loud. I just have so many voice actors that I find so impressive, and it's just like weird to hear people be like, oh, I don't like any, and it's like, you haven't really watched much then. Because Stephen Bloom doing Spike Spiegel is awesome. The voice actor for I'm blanking on his name right now, but he did Piccolo in Dragon Ball Z, and he's done plenty of other shows, and including this one Funimation show I thought was pretty cool, called about a vampire that eats other vampires, called a Krusnik. But I forgot. I never watched the whole show. It kind of like petered out, unfortunately. Like it was one of those things where like it had a really good start and like really great action, and then it kind of turned into tried to be like Wolf's Rain kind of near the end, where it got like a bit overly dramatic at times, which I mean can work, but my attention span disappeared. So I was like, okay, cool, but but oops. Well, maybe actually no, I'm gonna do that because this is getting annoying. I guess I don't have to because I was gonna change the canvas, but I can always just shrink him down and then we can always crop this later and make it part of something else. Like I was gonna maybe excuse me, scratchy throat. But like have, like I said, like have Grace like have a photo of it, or like maybe she like photoshopped it into like a calendar where it's just like every month is him just posing differently. Actually, that would be a fun thing to do for the chat for when I get the comic up and running, having like a thing where like it's just all Richard drawings. That would be kind of funny. Especially since he's not the main character, it's just like be like, no, he's the one that you're getting the calendar for. Admit it. He's the muscle of the comic, so. There are times I worry about people seeing him and then comparing him to this one character from Seven Deadly Sins, the anime, where there's a muscle guy in that too. But I realize that you're always going to have that no matter what, because if it's not that, then someone could compare him to like a character from a book or a character from a TV or a live action show they've seen. And I've run into artists who take offense to that, but I've just learned there's no point. Because even I accident, or just not even out of disrespect, I do it because I'm like, the research coming from a graphic design background is important. Same with the illustration side. So I always say, like, if I say something reminds me of something, it's not me saying, oh, you just made this derivative, it's just a copy of this. I'm saying, oh, you really looked into these types of you looked into a bunch of different media and you successfully conveyed an idea, is kind of what I'm saying more than anything else. It's definitely what I'm saying. Because I come from that, where it's like, if a drawing doesn't convey an ideal, then that's a failure. If someone looks at it and goes like, I don't know what to take from this, then that's not good. But if someone says to me like, oh, this reminds me of this feeling or this movie I watched, then I'm like, cool. I'm glad it at least elicited something. And if anyone out there watches and has that reaction I described, it's fine. I'm not going to shame you for. Everyone has the way they draw we all draw for different reasons, and sometimes if it's very personal and someone says it reminds them of something else, then it kind of might feel like it might feel weird. So I get that. Because I do have those kind of drawings where I'm like, no, this was personal. It wasn't supposed to feel like something else. It was supposed to just be what it is. But then I have to, in my case, just remember that they don't mean any harm from it in the majority of the times. Unless they're an internet troll, but who cares? Thankfully, I don't get, like, I really have only seen a few on this channel. And I think it's sometimes people just like, if I accidentally make a good title that YouTube acknowledges, then I get like random people coming in, because my usual visitors are very courteous and always just so much fun to talk to. So. I do like this. One thing I gotta figure out, I've been trying to figure out, and maybe I'll try and talk to my artist friends to see what they say, but like, I wonder how they make laces look cool, or like how they would recommend drawing them on a character to make them look not like they stand out too much. Because that's always what I run into with these, where I'm like, he's wearing hiking boots, so he's gonna have laces, but I don't want them to look corny, so I don't know. I'll ask around, see what people say. Sorry, I just need to use the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. Give you the full image while I'm gone.
Ripped.
There. Oh. Cracking the knuckles. That's fine. Yeah, the ending of this comic is still kind of a little bit open, but one thing I will say... Should I say? You know what, I'll say it because there's only a few people here, and anyone who wants to watch this later, it'll be kind of like a bonus for coming on this, for watching the stream. I don't want anyone to, any of the main characters to pass during the story. That doesn't mean things won't happen to them. That doesn't mean that something dramatic might not could still happen at the end. But I don't want to Joel Richard. I don't want to do that to people, where I make this character who's, although controversial take, Joel, I don't know, I gotta be careful because I don't want to spoil the first game if people haven't played it. Let's just say that Joel's not a perfect person, and let me see if he's good at this. This would be the inside of this. No, that's not right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out his arm right now. It would be the side of his arm, not, yeah. Yeah, Joe's a flawed character, and But that still doesn't mean that I like the fact of what they did to him in the second game. And I wouldn't want that for Richard. I wouldn't want him to just become like a it works in some stories where you have like the end of Armageddon with Bruce Willis. Jeez, I'm giving spoilers left and right here. But I just that was a fun movie. I recommend anyone, my younger viewers, to check out that movie. Even though I just kind of gave away a big part of the end, but it's I just think it's kind of a crutch sometimes when you're just like, oh, this character can't make it to the end because we need something to be sad about. And it's like, it doesn't have to have that kind of ending. It doesn't have to be necessarily like a mourning kind of ending, because the point of this story is family. So a better ending would be something based more around that one way or another. Like, maybe they all get separated, maybe they all end up somewhere else, but their lives are very much changed. Or maybe, there's different things you can do, but it doesn't always have to mean that like one of them doesn't make it back. Maybe none of them make it back. Maybe something else happens. And all their lifestyles change, which was for better or worse, good for them, but bad in other ways. We'll see. I do like this. This is funny. I'm doing a more sketch relief style, but I think it's kind of just working for like the overall energy of this too. Maybe it's like a oops. Maybe it's like in Bleach, where Ichigo's dad had a poster of his mother, where she has like a wall scroll of him. And she'll just be like staring at it like, With her hair down, because she's not out in the field right now, so she doesn't need it up. Just put stars around him. Yay. This is just a rough idea, but I'm just having so much fun with it that I'm gonna just. I'm just gonna have to, play around with it. Gonna work on the foreshortening here, but she's like at a desk, so that's why she's doing like some going over the notes from her day. I like it. How are we doing on time? It's only been an hour. Let's get some more work done. Let's go back to the drawing. Let's go back to this for a little bit, and then we'll... Actually, no. Yeah, I'll work on this. I did say I want to try and finish this, so I will. That was fun, though. Funny thing is, that's not even close to what I had planned. I was actually going to do some... like, actual, like, figure drawing stuff, but when I saw that pose, I was like, this would make such a cool Richard pose that I had to try. Bum, 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 bum. Forgot to tell my friends that I'm drawing. It's getting dark in here. Turn the lights so I can see. Ah! Yeah, I figured try some different types of mushrooms on this guy. Some spotted ones for the arms. Yeah. And then, sorry, I'm having so much fun with the. I don't use yellow a lot, so it's kind of fun getting to use it for as a highlight. Because yellow and green make the green more vivid. Something I learned from the from the Lord of the Rings. What was that? From the DVDs when I was listening to the making of it, like they were saying they purposely like put a filter on the Shire so that it would look more vibrant with these like really like they put this like yellow filter over it, so the grass was looked more green. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and for people just coming in, this is going to be a swamp dragon. Like he's a mushroom is the prompt, but I'm going to make him like turning into a swamp. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to just like give him those features. Because at first he was just going to be like have a biome like on his back kind of thing, where it's like he's just carrying around a swamp. But then I thought, wouldn't it be kind of cool if it's more like in Ancient Magus Bride, where the dragon was turning into the tree, but this one's turning into a swamp instead because that's where it was born. Since they're like magical creatures, they don't really leave behind skeletons. They just leave behind maybe where they're from. So that's why. Maybe that could be like lore-wise why it's hard to find them in. Oh yeah, I also did this today. So I'm gonna it's hard to do. I definitely want to color this one in. A Richard poster. And I was saying earlier, it'd be funny to make that a redeem later for my on the for the comic, make it so that like people can get a like a Richard like calendar. Because we'll see what kind of viewers I get. If it's mostly women that read my comic, it'd be nice to just be like, here's some of the guys. Please keep reading. I'm gonna make I think the backdrop needs to be a different color, kind of like more like a muted green. Yeah. I think. I do like this new layout better. It gives you more visibility of what I'm. Oh, I haven't been there the I've been invisible. I'm sorry. I was hiding. Here I am. Sorry, like I'm out of practice. It's what I get. Take a break, or well, forced into a break, and that's what happens. I like this brush. It's got this cool, like, depending on how, I'm not sure if it's the angle, but you can, like, kind of get different shades of green with it. Because I have, you know, it's, because I have, like, this, like, skin tone brushed and skin tone color next to it, and it kind of, like, I guess they mix, so that's kind of cool. This is the wrong brush. Is it? Yeah, it is. Is it? Oh, I see what I did. Oops. I forgot I did that. Murky water around it too. So I can give this like swamp-like appearance where it is. And I suppose some like trees behind it that are like, whoops. Just remember with trees that they're very organic, so just try not to make them straight. Unless there's only a few specific types of trees that do that. Especially when they're in the background, it's also good not to like worry too much about like the fine details, because they're going to be this is going to be blurred anyway, so it would be I've done that before where I put a lot of work into something that like it's going to be out of focus anyway. Sometimes it's just fun, but it's not necessary, and Sometimes there's better things to do, ways to use time. Like willow trees and stuff are also something really I like to use for like swamps and stuff because like they have these like branches with these leaves that are on like groups that come down in like these just layers that cascade. It makes it really cool. Well, as I found out with my neighbor's tree, they're not very well grounded. All it takes is a good gust of wind and they're down. But it stayed up for a while though, so it was a pretty long life. I like these watercolor brushes. They have a really nice look to them. Yeah, see, look at that. And I can even make another layer and do like a hazy like swamp kind of gas or something like that around it too. Maybe make it look like more like mist actually. Whoops. Yeah. Nice. Cool. I can just clean up a little bit more, but I like how this has come along. Like, this is really a big step up from what it looked like at the beginning of today. So yeah, let's just clean this up and then we can probably call it. But nice. I'm glad I did this. I just wanted to have fun today. Oops. And I hope everyone's having a really nice week. So. Oh, I love this. So cool. Look at that brush. Neat, I love that. I didn't even mean to do that, but I love that kind of effect. That's why I love playing around with different brushes. People come up with the coolest, like, effects with these brushes sometimes. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Yeah. Yeah, I like the mix of these dull colors with these really vibrant colors. It really gives it a mix of different, of like an earthy kind of feel, and with like this like elemental kind of look to it as well. Or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, that's what I should do. Make a do our to finalize for the night. We should yeah, do my glow and my yeah, I like it. Let's get some. Oops, that's not what I want. That's not right. I do that too, though, kind of mixing in some of these other colors too, kind of with it. It's surrounded by spores. No, that's not right. I don't like that texture. Like a bumpy texture is what it should have. More like bits of rock and... Yeah, that's better. Oops. I can always go on top of these two. One more layer. But I wanted to put some like cattails in the swamp. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I can put another layer of mist on this, but I just wanted to make sure that it was clear where the edge of the water was and everything. And just to give it more of a setting, you know? So I was kind of feeling a little bit like it didn't really fit in its setting. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Where'd that brush go? Let's do that again just so I don't forget. No. This? Oh, well, it's too small anyway. That could be for this, though. Oh. Trying to find the right brush. Nope. Oops, this is the wrong layer to be doing that. Where's my clouds? I want my clouds. Please. I will find my clouds. Cloud, cloud, cloud. I know. No, that's not a cloud. Hello, cloud. I know I have one. I mean, I used one earlier, but that one's okay, but I have a better one. Problem is, this is all just mixed together a little bit, so. No. Finding all these cool textures, and I'm glad I did, but they're just not a cloud. They're good for the moss and stuff like that, which is great, but not what I'm looking for. Not quite what I'm looking for. Definitely helped though. Add to the overall brightness of this one patch of land that he's on. Like it's a secret place where he chooses to fall. Me. There we go. Yeah, let's just get where's man, yellow is just so useful today, isn't it? Today's drawing is brought to you by the color yellow. It would It'd be nice if it was brought to you by a cloud. I am finding some good smudge brushes though, which is great for water. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of like using the water as a place to practice the brushes to see if they're what I need. Oh, that'd be cool for like if it spores, but maybe I can do a little bit of that. But make them smaller. Or just coming off the tail, kind of. Yeah, I don't like it. Never mind. I thought it would be cool, but it wasn't. Sorry, I'm just having fun with these brushes a little bit, so I hope you don't mind. I know it's a little muddy, but I'll make some harder edges with some vibrant colors. What's that? That looks right there. Better. Ish. Yeah. Oh, I got an idea. No, not that. It's going to be displacing some of the mist with its tail. And that's how you know. If I can get the brush that looks right for this. It'll look right, I promise. It's just kind of a mess right now, but it'll look good in a second. Oops. Not if I do that. Come on. Gotta find that brush. I do have an idea of somewhere to go if I can't find it. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Let's see. It might be... I mean, worst case, I could just do this. I don't like the white though, or I don't like that resolution. So let's make it I'm gonna make it on its own layer. And then that way I can do the brush tool and do some I can make it so it disappears, like I was talking about with like a dissipation. Yeah. Wait, what's that? Now I find a smoke. Of course. I finally find one and it's not what after I've done everything, I finally get it. Okay. That's the first time I've heard that dog bark. I think that's pretty good. I think if I want to call it around here, that's probably a good spot to do it. I think I might add one more thing I might add in is I really like those neck detail. I mean the I'm gonna try this brush, that might be kinda cool. Am I in the... No, I'm on the layer. Okay. Nah, I don't like that. Let's use a regular brush. Yeah, I like it. Just like adding some small details here and there, just to make sure that I don't lose some of the detail of the this grand dragon. And then we can call it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Maybe... a little bit more of the blue on the shoulders, maybe. Yeah. Just so it doesn't, like, get lost. Yeah. Definitely brings more attention to the head, I think, because it's the only spot with the, with that, so... yeah, I like it. Looks great. Just this. Sorry, one second. It's gonna get a little brighter in some areas. Yeah, I like it. Cool. I can't think of anything else I really want on it. It's pretty much exactly what... maybe... just be... oops, no. Make this part a little darker, but... in here. But thanks for everyone who stuck around for bits of this. I really appreciate the company. It's nice having... I'm so happy that I figured out what was wrong with the stream last time. Kinda. I mean, yeah. Oops. For the most part, anyway. Enough that it shouldn't happen again. Okay. One more thing, and then I'll call it. Just make these wings kind of a little bit more ruffles in these wings. thing. I don't like it there, actually. It kind of takes away from... Maybe these are glowing, actually. I can make them... just lightly glow, not too bright, because they're not... It's not like they're the main part of him, so... Can't think of anything else, for the moment anyway, that I want to add to this. Maybe just... very light. Bit of a darkness to here. Brush. I just need to fix this one area and then I'm good. Of course, I lost my... I have no idea where my brushes went that did... Is this them? No, but this is good too. Yeah, that's actually better. And it's got like the... Kind of like, I'm thinking of like that scene from Princess Mononoke where they're on those little bits of land. Where they can recover from the poison. I mean, no, where he recovers from the gun, from the injury he took that was pretty severe. I forgot it wasn't I gotta watch that again. Like a few little... It's like forming like a fairy ring around it, around this dragon. These mushrooms. Maybe like one or two of these here and there. Just so you see that they're part of the landscape too. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty epic, I think, actually. For something that I just kind of like pulled out of a rough drawing tonight into this more refined version, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm sure there's more I could do to it, and I will, because this is a pretty nice one. But I'll put it up for on some forums, maybe for critique. but I like it. So thanks everyone who dropped by tonight. I'm really pleased with how this stream went, and just, yeah, it was really nice getting back into drawing, and I had so much fun with both these drawings. Like, watch, I'm gonna do this, and then that'll be my thumbnail, which is fine. But this is what came out really good, so I'm pretty happy with both of these. Like, they were just both really fun. So have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. And yeah, it's good to be back. And